adding fractions requires everything to be cut into the same increments, or what we have the same denominators. So if I have the same denominators, I can simply just combine the numerators, which is a fancy way of saying if the bottoms are the same, that I add the tops, combine the tops. So I end up with 7 over 7, and something divided by itself is 1. Okay. The difficulty, let's do another one of those. 3 over 11 plus negative 1 over 11. So in this case, I still have the same denominator. I'm combining with the negatives. Nothing changes. It's going to be 2 over 11. Just add the numerators. Add the numbers on the top. The difficulty with this is when the denominators are not the same. So this is, some people, they struggle with finding the right number, but the easiest way I think to do it is to find the least common multiple, is what you have to do. And people get confused about what that actually means. So multiples of numbers are as they get bigger. So like multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8. So what I like to do is I take the two denominators and I list all their multiples. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Okay? And then now I do the same with 4, 8, 12, 16, all right, 20. And what I do is I look for the least common one, which is a fancy way of saying the smallest one that's the same, and it's 12. And it's 12. Okay? So I'm going to turn these bottoms into 12. So what I have to do is make this a 12. So what I multiply by to make it 12, that's going to be 4. But I have to technically multiply by 1, so I have to do it to the numerator and the denominator. And this one, I'm going to multiply it by 3, but I have to do it to the top as well. All right? And so what I end up with is 8 over 12 plus 3 over 12. Now the denominators are the same, and I end up with 11 over 12. So let's look at 7 over 10 minus 2 over 15. So same, they got to find out what number I want to turn them into. And some people can do this in their head, no problem. But so I'm going to say, okay, I got 10 and I got 15. So it's 10, 20, 30, 40. Just kind of listing the first few that I could think of. 15, 30, 45, 60. Okay. And if you look, this one will also turn into 60. Okay. But the smallest one they have in common is 30. So what do I have to multiply 10 by to get it to 30? And that's a 3, but I got to do it to the top and the bottom. And what do I have to multiply 15 by to get it to 30? That's going to be a 2. I got to do it to the top and the bottom. So I end up with 21 over 30 minus 4 over 30. All right. And I can go ahead and add the out. Makes things a little bit easier for me, maybe. And then I get 17 over 30. So the key is you've got to get those denominators to become the same. Okay. All right, let's try another one with some mixed numbers. 3 1/2 plus 4 3/5. Okay. So looking at this one, I'm going to turn them into improper fractions first. So multiply here and then add there. So 6, 7 over 2 plus 23 over 5, keeping the same denominator. And so I'll list my numbers out: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 5, 10, 15, and 20. And a lot of us could see that it's going to be 10 pretty quick. Okay. So what do I have to get this to multiply to 10? I need to multiply by 5. This one needs a 2 over 2. And I end up with 35 over 10 plus 46 over 10. Okay. Now I can add the tops. All right, add the numerators, and I get 81 over 10.